everyone, it's Jay the Nerd here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to get all the nerdy content you ever need every Wednesday and Saturday. Lately, I've been uploading singing videos on Wednesdays, but unfortunately that isn't possible at the moment because the testosterone has made it to where my voice is cracking all the time. I'm at the voice changing part of it, I guess, where my voice cracks all the time. Not just when I'm talking, but when I'm singing. Anytime I try to sing anything in my, I guess, usual octave, it cracks. And my voice is in a weird limbo place right now where I can't quite sing low enough to match the guys, but if I try and sing up an octave, my voice constantly cracks. And I can't sing with the girls, or my voice cracks, and then if I try and sing to lower the octave, I can't reach that yet, and my voice is just in this weird limbo point where if I try to sing when I'm capable of singing, my voice cracks constantly, which is a good thing because it means that the testosterone's working and the voice is going to start changing more. It's changed, a bit in these last 6 months. Like, people are telling me that I sound like I have a cold all the time now, so that's where my voice is at. But yeah, so I won't be doing any singing videos for a while until, I don't know, I adjust, my voice gets deeper and I can match the guys. I don't know. We'll see how the journey goes, but right now it's just not possible. Even last week when I did the Polaris video, I had to film it multiple times because it kept cracking. But this time, this week, I tried to film a singing video and it wasn't even possible. My voice cracked every single take. So yeah. So instead, I'm going to talk about my top 10 favorite anime. I wanted to think of something fun on the fly that I could do since I couldn't do a singing video. And so I made a list of my top 10 favorite anime. That list has changed a bit over the time that I've been a hardcore anime fan in the last... It's been almost 2 years now since I deep dived into anime and got really into it. So my list has changed a bit since I first started watching. As you know, you develop your taste. But anyway, we're going to start from number 10 and go up to number 1. So, and this is actually in order. I've talked about my favorites before without putting them in a specific order, but this is actual order of, ultimate favorite to last on the top 10. And no matter what order they are, I love all of them, obviously, because they're in my top 10. Number 10 is Ouran High School Host Club. I love Ouran High School Host Club. It's funny because for a long time I kind of put it off because it looked so ridiculous that it just wasn't for me. But the more I watched anime, the more I got used to some of the more ridiculous, over-the-top aspects of it, and I gave it a try, and I'm obsessed with it. Obviously, there are some things about it that are not with the culture of the times, because it was made in 2006 in Japan. So there are a little bit of, I wouldn't say transphobic stuff, more like, because they did have trans female characters in it. It was the first anime to really do that, which was cool, but they didn't use politically correct language, is what I'm gonna say. But again, it was made in 2006 in Japan. So anyways, just giving you that fair warning if you've never watched it before, that they use not completely politically correct language when addressing trans people, right? In this anime. So the romance is super, super cute. I finished it through reading the manga because the anime only got 1 season 15 years ago, so I really doubt there's gonna be a second. So I wanted to know how it ends. So I bought the box set of the manga and I read it long time ago, a year ago at least, and I talked about it in one of my monthly favorites. But so I know how that ends. So be prepared that if you do watch it, you won't know how it ends unless you read the manga. But it's only 18 volumes, which is very, very short for a series, because, to give you context, the 28th volume of My Hero is coming out in June, and that's still an ongoing one. So yeah, 18 volumes, pretty short for a series. But anyways, the romance is fucking adorable, and I love it so much. So yeah, that's my number 10. And number 9 is Beastars. Ooh, Beastars. Oh, I love it so much. That's another one that I put off for a little bit because I'm not super into 3D anime. It just bothers my eyes a lot. I'm just not super into animes that are pretty much all 3D. But everyone kept talking about it. Everyone kept talking about it. And I watched it and I fell in love. The 3D was done so well that it never bothered me at all. And it's just, it's a beautiful story. It's about this wolf named Legoshi and this bunny named Haru falling in love. And it's basically like Romeo and Juliet, because obviously a bunny and a wolf falling in love, two different worlds for sure. But it's basically this world of like carnivores and herbivores, like prey and predator basically. And in this world there's this rule where you're not allowed to eat meat because you're consuming other animals, and it's the only way to have a fair, equal system where they're not murdering each other. And they're anthropomorphic animals, so they act human and have human voices and walk on 2 legs and everything. And it's basically that kind of setup of a world. And Legoshi and all of them are in high school at like a boarding school, I think. So it's that kind of setting. And it's gorgeous and perfect. And Luis, best boy for sure. Love him. So I definitely suggest you watch that. But that's my number 9. Number 8 is Erased. And I won't say much about that because my best friend is watching it right now. But I freaking love it so much. I feel like, for reasons I won't mention in this video, there are some people that love it and some people that hate it, and I love it. It's amazing. I own the manga. I haven't read it yet because I just have too much other stuff to read and watch and play and whatever, but I love the anime. I've watched it multiple times. I love it so much. And yeah, it's number 8, and it is about time travel and a mystery. Who doesn't love time travel and mystery together? So number 8. Number 7 is Clannad, and then the second season Clannad After Story. To a lot of people, me included, the second season Clannad After Story is better than the first. I still personally absolutely loved the first, even though not as much went on. It was a great setup and context to the second season Clannad After Story. And if you don't know, Clannad is a romance drama, and for the second season, drama, intense, sad drama in the second season. I can't remember the last time something has made me so sad that I felt physically ill. And if you've watched it, you probably know what I'm talking about. But it's just amazing, and they did like romance and drama just so well, and I loved all of the characters. And I guarantee you, if I watched it again, I would cry just as much. I was a blubbering fucking mess. That whole show, honestly, even stuff in the first season that is less dramatic than the second one, but like, I lost it. It's so good. If you love romance drama, you have to watch it. It's a classic. The number 6 is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, another classic. And I just love it so much. I know it's like mainstream and cliche to love Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood because it's like the number 1 anime on my anime list, whatever. But I freaking love it. And to me, it's basically like the show Supernatural, but in anime form. Obviously not exactly, because they're not technically demon hunters in Fullmetal Alchemist. They're alchemists, and they use like alchemy magic or whatever, but it's the same like 2 brothers going on this supernatural kind of journey thing. It gave me supernatural vibes for sure, and I freaking love it so much. The characters are great, the action is great, and I just freaking love it. And then number 5 is ReZero. Woo, ReZero. I love ReZero so much. especially the second season. I loved the first season because Rem is best girl, but the second season was just so incredible, and Subaru grew so much as a character, and he's so amazing. And God, some of those episodes made me cry like a bitch because he's just such a good friend and such an amazing character, and he's grown so much. But anyway, I love ReZero. Funny enough, it's one of the only isekais that I actually like. If you don't know, isekais are like subgenre of fantasy anime, which basically means when a character goes to another world. And there are way too freaking many isekais. I'm kind of sick of them, and I'm just not really a fan of them as a whole. The only ones I really like is ReZero, Rise of the Shield Hero, My Next Life is a Villainess, but that one is like, doesn't even feel like an isekai. It just feels like a romantic comedy, kinda. So those are really the only isekais I like. Overall, I just don't really like that high fantasy, another world genre. But ReZero is so different from the rest of them with this whole like return by death concept, and the characters are so great that I look past that, and I love it. And so if you're looking for an isekai that kind of goes against the norm and is really fucking dark and just great, I highly suggest ReZero. And I still say Rem is best girl, also with Echidna. But number 4 is Angel Beats, which is another classic. And what can I say about Angel Beats? It's made by the same people who made Clannad and Clannad After Story. So again, lots of drama and sadness, but it's only like a, 12 or 13 episode one and done kind of thing. And it's basically about the afterlife, and if you kind of didn't fulfill your youth in your life, when you die, you go to this afterlife that's kind of like a high school, and so you're kind of like stuck in this limbo high school world because you didn't really fulfill your youth in your real life, and then from that limbo place you move on and get reincarnated and everything. I really like stuff about the afterlife in anime because I am fascinated by the Japanese concepts of the afterlife and Buddhism, with reincarnation and all that stuff. So huge fan, love it a lot. And the character Angel, or Kanade, is like my waifu supreme out of like every character in anime. I'm obsessed with her, and she's amazing. And I have this gorgeous figure of her in a yukata and with her angel wings, and it is just beautiful, and I love it. And so if you're looking for some cool like afterlife kind of supernaturally mystical spiritual vibes, along with really great drama and music, there's great music in it. Obviously Beats is in the title, there's great music in it too, so I highly suggest that. And it's on Netflix, so. And I think Clannad, the first season's on Netflix, and then Clannad After Stories on Hulu. I know FMA Brotherhood's on Netflix, Beastars is on Netflix, Erased is on Netflix, Ouran High School Host Club was on Netflix. Unfortunately, it's not anymore. I don't know where it went. And yeah, okay. So number 3 is Steins Gate. Steins Gate is, it's one of those anime that every time I watch it, I'm just still amazed, and I notice new things, and it's just a beautifully crafted science fiction masterpiece. In my opinion, it is literally the best science fiction out there. It is a freaking masterpiece, and the way that they put all of these pieces together is just perfect. It's one of those anime where you're watching and you're like, wait, I don't understand this. What's going on? And then you get to, you know, the end, and all of these little pieces they've been throwing out there are put together, and you're like, oh my god, and it's just, they do it so well with the throwing in information very bit by bit and slowly so that your brain can process what's happening, and it's just perfect and beautiful, and the movie that comes after it is beautiful, and Makise Kirisu is another waifu supreme of mine. I love her. I also have a figure of her, and she's perfect, and I just love it so much. If you love science fiction, please watch Steins Gate. And I know that the sub is on Hulu, and then the sub and the dub is on Funimation. So, highly suggest it. And then, of course, number 2 is Attack on Titan. I know, such a normie for having Attack on Titan as my second favorite anime of all time, but whatever. It is amazing, and it is also a masterpiece. People are talking about how the final season is like, this is watching a masterpiece in the making, and I agree. It is incredible, and of course, Levi Ackerman. There's no character like him in fiction. He's perfect. He's beautiful. He is amazing. He's everything I want. He's the best. So that's reason enough to watch it and for it to be a favorite. But for me, when I love something, it's pretty much always because I've become attached to a character. With Persona 5, I am super attached to like Akechi and Futaba. But I love every single one of them. And I love stuff with like beautiful characters that I can become attached to, and that's usually why I love something. So all of these anime that are my top 10 is because I became really attached to the characters. And that is definitely a case with Attack on Titan with Levi. I knew who Levi was before I watched Attack on Titan. He's the reason why I decided to watch Attack on Titan, because I saw those beautiful, beautiful pictures of him. So, if you love action, I don't think I even need to describe the plot to you, because everyone, even people who don't watch anime, know what it is. But it's my number 2 for a reason. And then my number 1 is My Hero Academia. Another normie one. I don't care. I love it. It was there for me when I needed it most. And again, I am attached to the characters, especially Bakugo. Now, a lot of people are like, why do people like Bakugo? He's so mean and blah, 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 blah. You must have issues if you like him. For me, I always become attached to characters who may seem like mean on the outside, but once you get to know them and once they grow and change, they become good people. Those are always the characters that I become attached to. And if you read the manga of My Hero, and even if where we're at in the anime, he's grown so much as a person. Yes, he still has that angry exterior in specific situations, but he really does care for Deku, and you see that a lot now in the manga, and they've come to an understanding in the anime so far, and I just think that he's a beautifully complicated character, and I just love him, and he's, like, I love the show already, because I became attached to the show before I even liked Bakugo. I hated Bakugo when I first started because he was bullying precious little Deku, but the more I watched, the more I became attached to him and his potential to change and become a better person and reconcile with Deku, which he already has. They aired out all their grievances in season 3, and then in the manga, and even starting in the anime now, they are growing closer and admitting that they care about each other, and I just love it so much. So, those are my top 10 animes.